Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are making a recording of another blitz game. So we're going to change our time limit over to 5 minutes and say that we want a game. So let's see what it finds for us today. Haven't played a blitz in just a little while. I was uploading some other things and just kind of getting through life, so we will see whether we get white or black and exactly what we do. You'll notice that we are at the present 1853 on our rating, which according not to chess.com's classification, because they don't really do a classification like that, but that puts us in the A class if you were going by, say, United States Chess Federation ratings. And that's not terribly far from what I am with them in over-the-board tournaments, although I haven't played in one of those in years. Might get back to that one of these days. For the moment, however, we are going to give this guy a bird opening. Ooh. Now here, I can immediately question the bishop, but since he's moved this knight over here just begging to be pinned, I think I'll pin it first. Because I'm not too worried about my own pin, in as much as I want to push on his bishop anyway, with h3 and then g4 if he doesn't exchange. Yeah, that looks very weak. Looks weak. In fact, I think I'll immediately question the bishop. Because if he exchanges, then look at this. My bishop and my queen trained on his knight. What will he do about that? Will he just move his queen up? Or maybe something else? He's taking a good long think here. It is a fairly significant decision as to how you want to structure your opening, but this point in the opening is not really where you necessarily want to be making so many huge decisions. Yeah, I guess he can do this. It also looks a little passive, but at the same time, it keeps him from having the double pawn. And that's always a good thing. You know how much I really discourage you if you're playing black against this to allow the double pawn. Alright, he questions the bishop. So do I want to keep my two bishops, since he would take back here with the knight anyway? Or do I want to go ahead and exchange and go about my business? I think that in this case I want to move my bishop back Yeah, I see that. Alright, he's threatening some funny business over here, maybe, with the queen and the knight. So, how do I respond to that? If I go here and then check and then the queen back and then the knight comes in, rook comes over, if takes and then the queen takes, yeah, I don't necessarily like that. Alright. That looks so passive, what I just did. Interesting move here with his knight. Okay. Let's try something interesting here. We're going to voluntarily capture our own rook in the corner, so to speak. And all of this is in the name of us getting out of the way so we can initiate our own kingside attack quickly. We will bump his knight if needed, like with a3. Don't see any special reason not to go d4 here. And now to block in his own counterplay, let's go ahead and bump that knight. Say get out of dodge, go back where you came from. And now bump this knight. You'll probably go over here to attack the queen. That's perfectly okay. Okay. Time's starting to be a factor, so we'll start moving quickly now. Notice now we can push h4 if we want to, gaining space on the king side. He doesn't like that and puts his knight in there. Okay. He can move his knight up. No, he decides not to. Okay, sure. Notice we're getting quite a bit ahead on time here. Nothing particularly exciting going on. Yeah, he's anticipating me exchanging that knight off, but what if I just don't want to? I just don't want to exchange the knight off. I will ignore you. Now we're threatening, without even it being a sacrifice, the push g3. G6, I'm sorry. That doesn't threaten anything in particular. So G6. Getting down to the nitty and the gritty now, folks. I like it that we have about a minute better than him on time. Threatening to take the knight. Ooh. Okay. A nasty little check. We'll go ahead and take that knight now, and the pawn, free pawn. Check. And we will come up here and protect our pawn. Oh, snot. Okay. Ooh, I like this, how it developed. Yes, we have a definite advantage in this endgame. And I don't see him doing any great things here. Oh, he just gave us a free rook and I didn't take it. He's so down on time, it's kind of pitiful. Yeah, fella, you're just making wild move now. Just moves you had to be making them. Okay, so rather uninteresting game in a lot of ways. He ended up losing on time, and we advanced to a new high in our Class A series. Woohoo! There's not too much to comment about on this one, really, because, for example, if you go back in the game, in the beginning, right here, this knight move was interesting, but it looks awfully passive. Still don't think I necessarily made a bad move choice by not exchanging that bishop. I always could earlier have before I question his bishop with h3, exchange off this way. Could have tried that. But the position's so fluid, I don't think that's necessarily bad for him, because he hasn't made any committal structural moves here. So I think what I did's okay. It looked a little slow for a while, but everything worked out in the end, and he took way too long to think. Man, you can't take that long to think. And that's how it happened. Thank you very much for watching.